Whether you drink it from the tap or buy the fancy flavored kind, water is the good stuff. But you can have too much of a good thing. From avoiding microplastics to making use of lemon slices, here's how to imbibe H2O like a pro. You've probably heard conflicting information about whether to drink water with meals, and if you think you shouldn't, think again. Some people worry that water might dilute digestive enzymes and acids. But a clinical nuclear medicine study found that liquids pass through the digestive system faster than solids, giving solids plenty of hang time to digest. Your body also naturally releases water during digestion to assist these enzymes, so water isn't foreign to the process.
That is so good.
Water can help dissolve larger foods and keep them moving through your system so you don't end up constipated. Some studies suggest that drinking 2 cups of water before a meal may even help you lose weight. Another study shows a 30% increase in metabolism after drinking 2 cups of water, with yet another showing an hour-long metabolism boost from drinking water. There's a rumor that warns not to drink cold water, but drinking water before meals at any temperature helps you eat less. If you drink more water when it's ice cold, adding some ice cubes might entice you to drink more. One study found that drinking cold water kept athletes from overheating and improved their performance. And another study showed that you sweat less after drinking tap water that's around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. But there are some benefits to drinking warm water rather than cold. Healthline noted that drinking water between 130 degrees and 160 degrees Fahrenheit can help you breathe better if you have nasal congestion. It can also soothe a sore throat and help you digest. Humans around the world use about 1.2 million plastic bottles every minute, according to earthday.org. That comes out to more than 1.7 billion every day and 630 billion per year. And only about 9% of those bottles are recycled. The rest break into microplastics that contaminate the environment over time rather than actually decomposing. Even drinking water from a plastic bottle just once a day contributes 365 plastic bottles to the problem each year. Still, ecological harm isn't the only issue at stake. A chemical additive called BPA has been a health concern in many plastic water bottles. According to Healthline, various studies have linked high BPA exposure to thyroid problems, infertility, obesity, chronic inflammation, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and more. Luckily, the FDA claims that most people's exposure is within safe amounts. Just as concerning, though, is microplastic consumption. A study from Frontiers in Chemistry found these minuscule bits in 93% of the plastic water bottles tested around the world. Know what type of water you're chugging by snagging a BPA-free reusable bottle. Not only is it trendy, but adding lemons to your water may make it safer to drink. One study found that the combo killed the bacteria that causes cholera. The results were even better in water that was more alkaline, like hard groundwater. Findings were also more potent if the water was at least 2% lemon juice and had infused for at least 30 minutes.
Don't worry, it's just water.
Still, a study in the International Journal of Food Microbiology shows that, while lemon might reduce some bacteria, it doesn't kill the biggest baddies, like E. coli, salmonella, and listeria. Researchers found that lemon juice had the weakest effect against listeria. If you have no other way of purifying your water, infusing it with lemon juice might be better than nothing. If you've ever had too many beers and found yourself going to the bathroom over and over, it's because alcohol is a diuretic. When you're sober, the hormone vasopressin helps you retain water in your system. But alcohol suppresses the hormone, making you urinate faster than your body can process the alcohol. So you're gonna need to hydrate. Cleveland Clinic suggests drinking a glass of water after every beer, wine, or mixed drink to stay hydrated and prevent alcohol poisoning.
You ready to party or what?
When it comes to medications, you should be drinking a full glass of water, not just a couple of sips, with any medicine or supplement you take. Water gets the pill from your mouth to your stomach without getting stuck along the way. If medicines or supplements stick to the side of your esophagus or stomach, they can cause tissue damage, bleeding, or even chest pain. Water also helps to dissolve the meds so that they don't pass right through you without providing any benefits. When you're not getting enough water, your body will tell you, but you need to learn how to read the signs. Obviously, feeling thirsty is a sign, but there are other symptoms too, like feeling lightheaded or tired or having dark-colored urine. If your physical performance is suffering, your brain isn't sharp, you're feeling moody, you have a headache, or you're constipated, it could be because you're not drinking enough water. There's no definitive consensus on the amount of water you should drink in a day. The recommendation also varies based on circumstances. Harvard Medical School experts suggest that women need about 11.5 cups of water per day, while men need about 15.5 cups a day. But some of this water content comes from the food you eat or other liquids you drink. If you're getting water from other sources, 4 to 6 cups of actual water may be enough each day. Still, you'll need more if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, exercising, sweating, spending time in hot temperatures, drinking alcohol, have certain diseases, or are taking certain types of medications. Water isn't the only thing that can keep you hydrated. Many fruits and vegetables are made up of water. Melons and anything you can easily turn into juice, like oranges, contain a lot of water. Any food you add water or liquids to before cooking can also help keep you hydrated, including soups, smoothies, and breakfast cereals with milk. However, relying on food alone won't do the whole job. You still need to drink 4 to 6 cups of hydrating liquids.
The water will give you power.
Any liquids from milk to soda and even caffeinated drinks like tea and coffee contribute toward your overall hydration. Still, alcohol dehydrates rather than hydrates. Studies also show that drinking too many caffeinated liquids can affect your hydration because they are diuretics. According to a Frontiers in Nutrition study, the dehydrating effect starts kicking in at about 2.7 milligrams of caffeine per pound of body weight. That's about 4 cups of coffee. Of course, choosing liquids besides water to stay hydrated also tends to add to your overall calorie intake for the day. People who want to stay hydrated without the added calories often turn to enhancers to boost flavor, but not all water enhancers are created equally. To eliminate calories and sugar, some contain artificial sweeteners, which may carry unwanted health risks. One study indicated that drinking artificially sweetened beverages put people at a higher risk for incident metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes. Aspartame is definitely one to watch out for, with numerous studies linking it to everything from cancer and cardiovascular disease to migraines and strokes. A 2023 study published in the Journal of Toxicology and Environmental Health also raised concerns about sucralose, which was found to produce a chemical during digestion that damages DNA. Two of the safer sweeteners with low glycemic indexes are stevia and monk fruit, which both come from natural sources. But choose them without erythritol, which the Cleveland Clinic found to have a connection to blood clots, heart attacks, and stroke. If you want to add natural flavoring to your water with strawberries, citrus, or cucumbers, just remember to wash them first. You never know what the produce has come into contact with in the field, during transport, at the store, and even in your kitchen. If you're adding fruit or vegetables with the peel intact, it's especially important to clean them. The FDA provides specific instructions for washing fruit and vegetables to remove bacteria, dirt, and pesticides. First, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Rinsing the produce before you cut or peel it will prevent transmitting germs and dirt from the outside to the inside. Simply wash the items under running water so you don't reinfect your food. Rub softer produce clean with your hands and use a vegetable brush for those with firm skin. You can remove residual bacteria by drying your items with a clean paper towel or cloth. Did you know you can drink too much water? In 2022, researchers published a study in Clinical Kidney Journal suggesting that action movie star Bruce Lee may have succumbed to water poisoning. When he died in 1973 at the age of 32, the coroner's report blamed brain swelling. But he had several risk factors for hyponatremia, an electrolyte imbalance that can be caused by too much water.
Do not, my friends, become addicted to water.
This condition can occur for a number of reasons. If your body is already having difficulty removing excess fluids, or you're losing sodium and fluids too quickly, drinking too much water can exacerbate the problem. Consuming more water than your body can handle dilutes the sodium in your blood. Your cells then react to having too little sodium by taking on extra water and swelling. According to the Mayo Clinic, symptoms of hyponatremia range from nausea and vomiting to low blood pressure and low energy. At the extreme end, you could become confused, have headaches, feel extra drowsy, fall into a coma, or even die. Ultimately, you don't want to drink more liquid than your kidneys can handle. The length of time water is safe to drink or tastes good relates to source, storage, and contaminants. Water will start to taste stale after sitting in the open air gathering carbon dioxide, and will likely taste different by the third day. But if you cover it and keep it out of the sun, it will maintain its fresh flavor longer. An open bottle of water in the refrigerator will likely stay at peak freshness for 4 to 6 days.
That's definitely water.
If water is in the sun or heat too long, or if chlorine evaporates from tap water, which has a shelf life of about 6 months, it can develop bacteria, mold, algae, or worse. Water inside a plastic bottle left in the heat can develop unsafe levels of the plastic manufacturing contaminant antimony. It only takes 5 days for bottled water to reach dangerous levels at 167 degrees Fahrenheit. Expiration dates on water bottles are also important since microplastics and chemicals can seep into water over time. It's also a good idea to refrigerate any bottles you don't finish drinking to slow down the growth of bacteria that you unknowingly introduce to the container. Using a clean water glass every few days can also help cut down on bacteria. When you go hard in the heat, it's essential to stay hydrated. Unfortunately, most of us don't know how much water we really need. Before starting an outdoor project or any sort of outdoor exercise, it's a good idea to pre-hydrate by drinking 1.5 to 2.5 cups of water 2 hours before you go outside. Then make sure you drink a half cup or full cup every 15 to 20 minutes while working. If you're out for only a short time, plain, undistilled water is fine since it contains small amounts of electrolytes.
You're dehydrated. And you're dehydrated. And oh my God, you're practically a mummy.
If you're going to be active for longer than an hour and a half, or if you tend to sweat a lot, bring a drink with added electrolytes like Gatorade, or eat food with added salts. When you replenish the electrolytes you lose while exercising, you'll get an energy and performance boost. It can also help prevent heat stroke by helping your body stay cool. You can even make your own sports drink at home with ingredients like salt, citrus juice, and coconut water. While water and drinks with electrolytes can help keep you hydrated in the heat, avoid common tipples that dehydrate you, like alcohol or caffeinated beverages like sodas, tea, or coffee. We all live for a summer barbecue, and you can do it up right with extra electrolytes on hand to keep the party going all day long.